Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing just a very short reading now, 2 short readings today. I've already done one on Her Majesty the Queen and how she feels about Prince Charles and Prince William taking over the reins of the British monarchy and whether Prince Charles should step aside. It was an interesting reading. And this one is also about the Queen because she is very much on my mind at the moment, and I'm sure very much on all of your minds too. And of course we wish her the very best. But the reading I'm going to be doing now is to look at Prince Harry and how he feels about the fact that Her Majesty is overworked, exhausted, possibly ill, quite seriously ill to the extent that she had to be hospitalized. Does he feel, and I'm struggling to shuffle these cards as I'm talking to you, does he feel any sense of guilt about walking out, abandoning her, when he looks at her, how hard she is working, and he of course is riding his bike around Montecito, traveling on private jets, living the life of Larry, living the life of Harry, the life that he wanted to be, the man he has become, as opposed to the prince that he once was. Any sense of guilt, any shame, any of those emotions? Some of us experience too much guilt, too much shame. Some people don't experience enough. And let's see what's going on with Prince Harry. A little 5-card reading. My cards I will tell you about. They're going all over the place at the moment. And that tells me that we are ready and that the cards want to speak. And the deck I'm using, we are in Halloween season, so it seemed appropriate, is the Santa Muerte. I'm trying to get the shine off them. Santa Muerte deck. I hope you can read the writing on there for those of you who are interested in such things. It's a bit of a ghoulish deck, but it seemed appropriate for the topic today for Prince Harry, who of course is in America, no doubt, about to celebrate Halloween. Not really a thing where I come from, but certainly a thing where he is. So, 5 cards. I'll explain them as I go through this reading. And underlying energy of this deck. And as I say, it is a rather ghoulish deck. That's the 3 of Swords. And that's the disappointment and betrayal, stabbed in the back. This person stabbed in the back. So I'm asking about guilt and shame. And there is someone literally being stabbed in the back. Normally it's a heart that's being stabbed with 3 swords, with the 3 of Swords. This one is a much more vicious card. The heart has been stabbed, but it's been stabbed through the back. There's an act of tremendous betrayal. And Prince Harry knows it. No question that he is unaware of what he has done to hurt Her Majesty the Queen. He knows. He stabbed her through the heart, and he absolutely knows it. So the heart of the matter, just an extra really version of this already underlying energy, is the King of Swords in the reverse, and it is a very ruthless, a very vicious card. The King of Swords, a cutting out. And he knows, again, that what he has done is ruthless, is vicious. And as much as he has stabbed in the heart, he also has been cut out. And quite ruthlessly, quite vindictively, I'm almost getting that energy. And not by Her Majesty the Queen. I don't get that idea from the King of Swords that it is her doing. I get almost that it was Prince Philip's doing. That somewhere along the line there is this lingering idea, and I was actually going to ask in this reading, does Prince Harry feel guilty about the way he abandoned his grandfather and failed to see his grandfather and did the Oprah interview while his grandfather was basically dying in hospital? Let's not beat about the bush. That's what was happening. And there the King of Swords has appeared in the reading anyway, in the reverse, and I'm getting goosebumps as I say that. I said we were in Halloween time, or souls, or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to think. The veils are thin, the veils are thin, and there he is. And I'm really getting so many goosebumps here. I'm actually really feeling quite creeped out as I see that card. He's there, and he's watching, he's disapproving, and oh my, does Prince Harry know it? Does he know it? So how is he feeling in his own skin right now? How is Prince Harry feeling? There is justice, there is the Grim Reaper, and he is feeling that he is reaping what he's sowing. It could be because the Justice card is in the upright that he feels that he's entitled to do what he's done, that he's done the right thing. It's Major Arcana. He is behaving impeccably and fairly, and off he goes to carve his own path, forge his own path, do what is right for him. But I don't get that idea. That is a charitable interpretation of that card in this reading, not when I see the Three of Swords and not when I see the King of Swords in reverse. No, he knows. He knows that he has sowed the wind and is going to reap the whirlwind. I would say that he knows that karma is coming for him, and a quite serious karma with that card there, because that card is really not the normal justice figure. That is the Grim Reaper. And yeah, the circumstances of this reading, of course, difficult to say the least from Her Majesty's point of view and where she is in her life. So how does Harry actually feel towards the Queen right now? Does he feel guilty? Does he feel loving? Does he feel, what does he feel? Oh dear, and we get the 10 of Cups in reverse. And that is the same card that came out in the reading I did yesterday, the very long reading I did yesterday for Her Majesty the Queen. 10 of Cups in reverse, when she was thinking about her family members who have disappointed her. Harry knows. There is no question in this reading about that. He knows exactly how hurt she is, how disappointed she is, how broken-hearted she is, how many dreams have been shattered, how much she misses him, how she wishes things hadn't gone that way. And he knows it, and his feelings towards her are the same. He is very, very upset. He is broken-hearted, and there's a lot of pain in this reading. There's a tremendous amount of pain in this reading. And both sides. He knows that he's hurt her, and he too is hurt at what has happened. And so it's a situation that is really quite tragic, because it looks to me as if he feels that he has been ill-treated. He's aware that she is upset, but very much energy coming from this, that he feels hard done by. Reading these cards across here, the King of Swords, the Prince Philip card in reverse, the Justice card, and the 10 of Cups. And it really is a tragic, I would say, misunderstanding. And that, I'm sure, has been, in my opinion, what's the word, fostered by Meghan Markle. Just my opinion, tarot reading, usual disclaimer, but it's been fed. It's been allowed to grow. It's been allowed to get out of control. It's been allowed to get this bad. And it is, from this reading, very, very bad. So the fourth card that I have, fourth question I have for the tarot is, how much contact is there right now between Prince Harry and the Queen? Are they on Zoom calls every day, as Meghan Markle would like us to believe, with her PR? Or is there a stony silence? What's going on between them? And there's conflict. A lot of conflict with the Five of Swords. Fighting. They are fighting. They really are. And that again, is a very direct card. That's not a card you have to struggle to interpret and wonder what it means. No question there again. But that there is conflict. There is dispute. And they could be disputing about all kinds of things. They could be disputing about titles. They could be disputing about the Jubilee ceremony coming up, but there is conflict. And we might explore that in another reading. As I promised, this was going to be a short reading, but there is conflict, and there is a broken heart, and there is terrible disappointment and pain between them. So what is going to be the outcome? And this is from Prince Harry's point of view, the outcome right now of this situation where they are clearly alienated. They are not speaking to each other unless it is to argue. And that's a terrible thing to see between a prince of the realm and his 95-year-old grandmother who has served the country impeccably all of her life. And what is going to be the outcome for Prince Harry of all of this? And there we get it. There we get it. And a very difficult card. The 8 of Cups in reverse. 8 of Cups in reverse. The card of real regret, real remorse, agony. 8 of Cups in reverse. He's never going to get over this. 8 of Cups, when it's upright, you leave your troubles behind, you move on from a difficult situation, you possibly even leave someone behind, someone that you love, that you're emotionally connected to, but you walk away. 8 of Cups in reverse, this is not a situation he's ever going to be able to walk away from. He is always going to feel the 10 of Cups in reverse. He's always going to feel this level of pain, of anguish, of regret, of sorrow when he thinks about the Queen. And I think not only the Queen, because his grandfather showed up in this reading, and again I get chills. He is literally walking here in this reading, and Prince Harry knows, he knows what he has done. He is going to feel the pain of what he has done, and what he has done is the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. He is going to feel that pain forever. It's a stain on his soul. It's absolutely a stain on his soul, and he knows it. So I'm sounding a bit like the Grim Reaper now. I don't really want to, so I'm going to end this reading, and I hope you all have a good evening, and I will see you tomorrow.